Hey everybody, welcome back to theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Again, it's theclinicaltrialsguru.com. I've been battling this cold for a week now. I sound really congested, I know. On top of that, I'm like in the middle of the CRA Academy material, and I'm actually training people and doing conference calls and webinars, so I'm constantly using my voice, not to mention these videos. So bear with me. I started taking antibiotics today. Should get better soon, but that's just the way it is when you blog almost every day, okay? You're gonna catch me when I'm healthy. You're gonna see me when I'm sick. So today's question comes from someone who watches on YouTube. Thank you to all you YouTube subscribers out there. It means a lot. By the way, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that now. And also subscribe to the blog. You don't want to miss out on newsletters, giveaways, all that kind of stuff. YouTube commenter asked the question, what is an SMO? Alright, they watched one of my older videos where I'm interviewing a monitor and we talk about SMOs. And I'm glad people ask this, because it's easy for us who work in the industry on a regular basis to know these acronyms. There's just so many acronyms in clinical research. It's ridiculous. SMO means Site Management Organization. Alright, and what it is it's a network of sites. That's all. That's all you got to remember, okay? It's a network of sites. They started to get a bad rap lately, and by lately meaning post-2010, because some sponsors and CROs felt like SMOs were treating clinical research like too much of a business, and they were putting profits over quality of the data, which I've seen for myself on a few occasions. There are still some really good SMOs out there, and the SMO business model is not a bad business model at all. I mean, as a matter of fact, the sites I run, we're not technically an SMO, but for all intents and purposes, we behave as one. Okay, we don't promote ourselves as an SMO because that's kind of taboo. And also, what's different with my sites as opposed to a traditional SMO is all my sites are independently owned and operated, and they all have a different business name. They're all different business entities. What an SMO is they have a central site or a location where they manage studies, and then they have sites across the country where they send them various studies. So they might get an asthma study, and they might give it to all of their sites, or as many of their sites as possible. And each site has a different PI, but for the most part each site is owned by that parent company, SMO. The reason CROs and sponsors ask sites whether they are part of an SMO is because SMOs typically take longer to get contracts and budgets approved and to get regulatory approved, because they have these activities in these departments centrally located, usually at their headquarters, and then they streamline these two functions from there. So it's supposed to make the process more efficient, but what ends up happening, especially with a lot of these poorly managed SMOs, is that it actually becomes inefficient, and it becomes a barrier to getting the sites up and running. And this is important when sponsors are looking at sites as add-on sites, meaning they need rescue sites for a study because they're having issues enrolling patients for the study at their other sites, and they need to bring on new sites quickly so they can start enrolling rapidly. And an SMO sometimes gets in the way by taking too long to negotiate the contract and budget, or taking too long to get the startup regulatory stuff approved. So you don't see too many companies branding themselves as SMOs anymore, but believe me, they're still operating as SMOs. I mean, I'm one of them. We don't use the term SMO because technically we're not, but from the business side of things, we help our sites get studies. Sometimes we take one study and we leverage it at all of our sites. We will definitely negotiate the budgets for our sites, but we do it rapidly. Okay, we don't have red tape, we don't have bureaucracy, we're still a startup. So we're a little more nimble. Time will tell whether we can keep that culture as we grow. But yeah, so we definitely don't brand ourselves as SMO. And QA is left for every site So every individual site manages their own QA, quality assurance. And what we do is we have our own QA individuals go out to each site to monitor and do quality assurance visits. So we pride ourselves on the quality of our data at our sites, because that's the only way to make sure you get repeat business, right? So that's what an SMO is, site management organization. Just like it sounds, they manage sites. Sometimes they own a bunch of sites fully, sometimes they partner with sites, and then that site brands themselves as the SMO name, so that site can leverage the SMO's brand and get more studies for themselves. The difference between that and my company, again, which is DSCS SWA Equity and Investments, is we let each of our individual sites operate independently of us, and they have their own branding and they promote themselves their own way. In fact, some of our sites manage other sites, and then we're good with that because we have profit sharing. So it can get pretty complicated, but in short, that's what an SMO is. If you're thinking of starting a group of research sites, remember, start with one and then expand. But don't brand yourself as an SMO. It's just taboo. All right, Dan from theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Take care.